Sin doesn't listen to prayers. Sin doesn't make plans on when it's going to change, when it's going to stop. Sin doesn't help you to plan. When you're planning, sin is planning its own. That is why a life of sin is a life of darkness. You never know what you're doing. You never find yourself in the light. You never find yourself where you can grow. You never see any change, because sin does not help you. Sin hides you. Sin does not bring you forward. Sin will lead you to the front of what you're supposed to be yours, to the blessing you're supposed to have, to the favor that was supposed to be yours. Sin will lead you very close to it, and those things that were supposed to be for you, the blessings, the favor that was supposed to be for you, will turn to become your enemies. Sin doesn't work for you. Sin works against you. That is why the Bible constantly reminds us, when you are tested, don't ever assume that God allowed that temptation. Sometimes people tempt themselves. People allow the devil to tempt them. God never tempted. God cannot tempt you with evil. God cannot tempt you with sin. God cannot tempt you with pornography videos. God will not tempt you with masturbation. God will not tempt you with sleeping with someone who you're not married to. God will not tempt you with fornication. God doesn't tempt us with evil. So when you're tested, be careful the way you judge, the way you conclude the thing, because sometimes you may be sinning against the Holy Ghost. You have to truly, if you want to see God, you have to truly stop every single habit of sin. Sin doesn't stop. I told you that the more you pray to stop sin, the more it increases. The desire to live in the sin increases, because I've noticed that prayer does not stop sin. Prayer would even make it worse if you don't have the desire to stop. Prayer does not change the situation of sin. You see, pornography videos, all those things you watch in the secret, prayer will not even help you change it. If you're not ready to make the decision, you cannot change it. So fasten up, because when you notice, you see that the time is going, you're already aging. You don't have much time to waste watching things that are destroying the blessing that God has for you. The open doors, the opportunities you're supposed to have, the favor, the open doors that God made for you. Don't allow sin to destroy it. Don't allow on and off unfaithful Christian life to take it away from you. So when God is leading you, you have to allow God lead you. And don't ever think that God will ever appear to you to tempt you with sin. God doesn't tempt us with sin. God tempts us with, if God is ever going to test you, God will test you with something that He knows that you will overcome. That's to test your faith. God doesn't test us with sin. So if you're living in sin, you have to stop living in sin. You have to stop living in sin. That is the only way it will work for you, because there are many things God has for you in stock. There are many blessings. There are many open doors. There are many great things God has for you. But sin will lead you away from it. Sin will lead you not to have it. Sin will show you every single thing that God has for you, and it will lead you away from it. It won't allow you focus. Sin won't allow you to pay attention to what God is saying. Too much of sin creates noise. Too much of sin creates enmity. Too much of sin creates hindrance. The more you sin, the more you block yourself. And don't ever tell me that it's because the devil. No, the devil doesn't force us to sin. We take ourselves to sin. If I should hold my phone, I have control over my phone. So I know when to press. I know what to press. If I don't want to watch pornography videos, I won't go to that site. If I don't want to look at naked women, I won't go to that site. The reason why we find ourselves there many times because we want to do it. The reason why we have prostitute women on the street today is because they want to become prostitute. If you don't want to do that job, you'll never find yourself there. So when God puts you in an environment, you have to, you have to do all you have to do not to live in sin, because sin is sweet, but it's very destructive. It will help you. It will show you every beautiful thing about it, but it's going to destroy you. So the best thing I can tell you is living in sin will not just destroy you, but it will frustrate your life. It will make you live in disgrace, in shame, and in pain. So if there's any other thing that I think you should run away from, that is sin. The life of sin, unrighteousness, unfaithful life. Run away from sin. That is the only way I think it can actually work out for you.